Welcome back. Get my water going. All right. Today, let's shoot the breeze, folks. Peoples, let's talk about church and religion. I used to go to church years ago and was not really into it. I never went when I was a young kid growing up. All I knew was we were Catholic, and that was it. I don't know anything about kneeling and standing and whatever, and be with you, and I don't know anything about that stuff. But, oh, okay. So, that's what we're going to talk about today. Religion. Let me start it off like this. I think there is a higher power, okay? Don't get me wrong. You call it agnostic? I think somebody is in power because you talk to one religion and like, well, we're the only God. And there's so many religions, thousands of religions out there. We're the only God. It's like the Pastafarians, where they wear a pasta string around their head. You know, I think they're just idiots wanting some tax-free stuff. And that's the problem I have with religion. If you start preaching politics, you should have your tax-exempt status stripped. Anyways. But I believe there is somebody else in power, somebody else up higher than us. Be that some unknown thing, or what am I going to say? Aliens? Some people think that we were put here by aliens. We were put here by aliens. And then they come back and kill off whatever, because there's other civilizations that are just gone. They don't know how they disappeared, why they disappeared. The Mayans and stuff. They don't know where they went. Remember when they said the Earth is going to win, the end is the 2012, the Mayan calendar? Remember that? It does say, the Bible, I read the Bible one time, it took me years, beware of false prophets. Well, there's a lot of them out there, and you people fell. There's people that fell for that 2012 thing. They spent all their money on giving flyers trying to help people. Oh, you're going to die, you're going to die, you know. And the camera was around him when 2012 happened and nothing happened. You know. Some people just fall into it. David Koresh, Manson, all kinds of stuff out there. There's peaceful, there's evil, and you know, and the freaking Muslims. In the Quran, you can't hold their book or something like that if you're not Muslim. I don't know. There's a bunch of crap that goes on with that. But I just got done eating. I'm hiccuping. Just all kinds of religions out there. Everybody says they are the one. And you're not. Let me put it like this. It's the biggest money-making scam ever. And you ever notice that they started accepting gays in there? You know why? Because not many people were going. So they're going to start accepting them. What did they come to the... What do they do when they come to the part where being gay is homosexuality is an abomination? Do they rip that page out and throw it away? What do they do with that? In my eyes, you cannot get married in a church if you're gay or you're homosexual, whatever. Pansexual, bisexual, you can't get married in a church. You're just basically watering down marriage. That's all that is. Why don't you go out, make your own gay church, And, there you go. Marry all gay people. And that's all you do. You cater to gay people. That's it. You don't want straight people in there because then you're against them because you're heterophobic. Just only gays. But then again, you ain't going to make enough money, so you're going to start accepting them. That's what churches do nowadays. They aren't making enough money, so they start accepting different things. Religion. Can you tell me how old Adam and Eve would be today if they were alive? So basically, they were Neanderthals? Because we have bones. We have frozen people. So Adam and Eve were Neanderthals. That's what I'm guessing. Weren't they? They had to have been. Then all of a sudden, they have kids, all right? They procreate. They have kids. And there has to be incest going on in order to procreate. Now, you like that word or not, it has to be in order to make more people. But nowadays, it's frowned upon. But that's fine. It's a good thing. I don't know. I don't know where we're going to go after this. This is just... The church, it just... make a lot of money for nothing. To make people feel good. I mean, it's fine. You want to go to a church, you want to give them money, you want to, feel good and do good, that's fine. That's fine. But don't sit there and tell me that I need to go and I need this and I need that. And I was into that and I told my brother about it. I remember talking on the phone, that's the greatest fucking thing ever. I can't go to church. Listen to me swearing. I can't go to church. But nowadays, it's okay. You can. They accept swearing. It's fine. Because they don't have that many people going to church, so they're going to cut it down. You're like, oh, it's okay. I don't know. You can live by that, that's fine. As long as I don't have to be pushed on me. Either do it or die kind of thing, that's where you're causing problems. Or even if you want to, start asking people, don't come to my house asking me. If you see me out in the yard, okay, you're walking by, fine. Don't come up in my yard and knock on a door and say, hey. No. You're brainwashed with that stuff, man. They brainwash you thinking, hey, if you don't do it, you're going to go to hell. And that's what, people are afraid of. You remember when the Pope said there is no hell? Do you remember that? Holy crap. Really? See, that's the thing. Nobody goes to hell then. Nobody goes to hell. Because if you're a murderer, child molester, pedophile, when you're going to die, when you're strapped to that gurney to get your injection or whatever it may be, you can just say, hey, I ask for forgiveness, I give my heart to the Lord, bam, you're going to heaven. Hitler could be in heaven. Before he popped that cyanide pill, oh yeah, he gave his life up and he says, hey, I gotta do this, and maybe, what's her name? Braun? Eva Braun, when he shot, before she shot him, he could have said, hey, if she did. He said, oh, please forgive me, and boom, he's in heaven. Stalin, he killed more people than Hitler. Why isn't he looked at upon as worse? I don't know. Whatever, I don't know. Anyways, let's talk about something else now. I'm done with that. I might touch here and there on it, but if something comes to my brain, people. Let's just talk about people. Like driving. There are so many idiot drivers out there that I don't fucking understand the way they drive to get to work in the morning. They drive like idiots to get to work. I will drive the speed limit, and you've got idiots that will be up my ass wanting to go around me. You know, if it's a 2-lane road and one lane's coming the opposite direction, you're going the other way, I will do 5 over. All right? But if you get up my ass wanting to push me down the road a little faster, I'm going the speed limit. You're an asshole. Why don't you get off your lazy fucking ass and leave to go to work 5 minutes earlier? Because you driving like an asshole at the distance you're going, it's only 5 minutes. But you're an asshole and you like to fucking be a dick or a cunt on the road. I had an idiot yesterday. The speed limit is 25. Alright? And I was like, this guy's going pretty quick. Let me see how fast he's going. Let me pace him. He was doing 45 at a 25. And I pulled up to him at a light. He was in the right lane. I was in the left lane. And then on the left side of me, there's a turn lane. And he's sitting there. And the light for the turn lane changes to turn left. He had his turn signal on and turned left in front of me and went across. And if a cop would have seen it, it would have pulled him over. But he probably bitched. He probably got to work. And it's this asshole sped up and wouldn't let me pass him to get in that lane. I said, you ever think of hitting your brakes and go behind the person and get in that lane? Because the light was red. You weren't going to get it green. You were going to go flying around me and drive like an ass and probably just cut me off at the last second to get to the fucking red light. Because you're a cunt. And then you had to sit there and wait for that light to turn green. And it would turn green, then you would have went. You're just fucking idiots. Fucking idiots. There was a guy, he was probably doing 50 in that 25. And if he'd have got pulled over, he'd be like, well, I'm retarded, I'm autistic, yeah. Leave a little fucking earlier, you lazy cunt. That's what you are. You're a lazy bitch. You can't leave work just a little bit early to get there on time. God forbid you get to work 5 minutes before you're supposed to be there. If you hate your job that bad, go find another job. You're a lazy cunt. I can imagine what your spouse thinks of you. If you act like that on the road, I can imagine what your spouse thinks of you. Probably horrible to live with. But, God, man, just fucking do the speed limit. And then you gotta use your turn signals. Is that fucking hard to use a damn turn signal? Is it that fucking hard? No, because they got their fucking left hand up there on their fucking phone, holding it up to their fucking face, talking, and they can't use the turn signal because it's in their left. Well, put the phone in your fucking right hand and put your left hand on the steering wheel, and then you can flick down and turn the damn turn signal on. The same way people who don't fix your lights, their headlights. Are you that fucking lazy you can't spend 10, 20 bucks to fix that fucking thing? And then an idiot that drives with his high beams on because his fucking regular lights don't work. So you just drive around with your fucking high beams? If I was a cop, I'd pull your ass over. I'll say, fix that. Next time I see you, get a ticket, dumbass. You know, it's funny. It could be, the speed limit could be 50, all right? 55 mile an hour, all right? And there could be 6 inches of fucking snow on the ground. And come hell or high water, you're going to get some asshole that will do 55 mile an hour. Oh, the speed limit's 55, I gotta fucking do 55. Then you lose control and you fucking hit something, you kill somebody maybe, because you're an asshole cunt. You drive like a cunt. I was coming up, I had some stuff I was hauling. There's a highway that's coming down, and before I would turn out onto it, it was down to 35. And before that, it's 55. So I'm stopped. I'm waiting for this truck to go by, and I'll pull out. And I pull out, and there's a guy in the right lane, and I was like, he's way the fuck down the road. I'm safe to pull out. He was hauling ass. That motherfucker was probably doing 60, 65, 70 mile an hour. And I pulled out, and I had my turn signal. I pulled out in front of him, and I got in the left lane. You know what this dumb son of a bitch was doing? Didn't use his turn signal, got in the left lane too. He had to hit his brakes. He almost hit the fucking wall that was there because he was driving like a fucking cunt. A fucking asshole. It was 35. You dumb fuck. Slow the fuck down. You would have hit me from behind, I would have been paid. And he had his windows tinted dark. You know, because he's insecure. He wants, I don't want people looking at me. Don't look at me. I don't want you looking at me. That's why I tint my windows dark. Because I'm a pussy. He almost fucking hit me. I was like, I don't fucking care. Because the accident wouldn't have happened, and they'd be like, you hit this fucking guy going faster than 35 mile an hour, and it was 35 way the fuck back there. 400 yards. He pulled up next to me, he went flying on by. He didn't say anything, didn't honk the horn, didn't roll his window down, didn't bitch or anything like that, because he knew he was wrong. He knew he was fucking wrong. Asshole. And he took off. That's why a lot of people tint their windows. I don't want people looking at me. I'm afraid. My vagina hurts when people look at me. It's the same people who pull up to a red light. If you pull up to a red light, they pull up back. Why do they do that? I don't want people looking at me. I'm afraid. They're looking at me. And then the light turns green, and they get to the next light before you because they take off faster. And you take your time. You're going to get where you're going. And they stop, and then you pull up right next to them. Window to window. Or Wendy Williams, the talk show host, she says she doesn't like that. Why? Well, everybody knows her. You know why she is. She's fucking insecure. People are so fucking damn insecure. I don't want anybody looking at me. I don't want them to pull up next to window. I'm afraid of them looking at me. They might hurt me. You're an idiot. You're the village idiot. And then you got the assholes that you're way down the fucking road. If you can see taillights, don't turn your fucking high beams on. Because you're an asshole. I wait for assholes to pass me. Then I turn mine on. I said, there you go. Sometimes they'll leave them on the whole fucking way till they pass you. Then you turn yours on and you're like, what the fuck are you doing, you know? I'm doing the same damn thing you're doing, asshole. Because you're such a fucking little cunt. You need to stop fucking doing stupid shit. Some people, it's their whole fucking life is to piss people off, just to cause problems. You're a cunt. That's all there is to it. You know, water. You're just a fucking lazy bastard. Idiots. Then you got people that will, like, sometimes there's a sharp corner, like a corner, it's 25 miles per hour, all right? And you make a left turn or a right turn, it doesn't really matter. And there's the line, but they're going so fast, they have to cut over into the other lane, left of center,